Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Los Angeles Clippers MyNBA series here on NBA 2K24. The Clippers stay at home at the Intuit Dome to face the Boston Celtics, two teams in big market cities that had big aspirations this year that have really struggled. The Clippers sit 7-13 while the Celtics sit 6-15, so we'll see today what has potentially gone wrong for both of these squads. But if you're excited for this one, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more basketball content as we get deeper into this season and see what happens with our Los Angeles Clippers. Hopefully they can get a win here today. Obviously no Kawhi Leonard for LA, still dealing with an injury, while the Celtics, they're still relatively healthy. They've turned over the roster a lot in the past couple of seasons, and we'll see it today as we're ready for tip-off. It'll be Cody Zeller and Ivica Zubac at the midcourt. The ball will go in the air, and it'll be won by the Celtics. Zubac didn't even jump, and he's still standing at the middle line, which leads to Zeller getting wide up at the basket. It's almost like Zubac's controller was disconnected or dropped or something. Surely that didn't happen, though. But the Celtics get the first points of the game, as we'll see the first possession here for the Los Angeles Clippers. In the last episode, we saw them play the crosstown Los Angeles Lakers and pick up the victory. Kevin Love gets his first possession. He is off the mark. Kristaps Porzingis gets the rebound. Starters for the Celtics are Cameron Payne, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis, and Cody Zeller. While for the Clippers, it is James Harden, Brandon Boston Jr., Paul George, Kevin Love, and Ivica Zubac. As here's Tatum over to Cameron Payne with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Tatum gives it up to Porzingis for 3, and he rattles it around the rim. Good possession on defense there for the Clippers. As Harden on the other end is going to find a George inside, and PG-13 will get the scoring started for the Clippers today. Currently averaging 24 points per game this year. He's been healthy all season long, knock on wood, and he's played great with that. Here's Jason Tatum now with it, being guarded by James Harden. Tatum, one of the best players in the NBA, one of the guys who will potentially be the face of the next generation, as he likes to say. We'll see if that actually happens. But here's Harden cutting, finds George in the corner for 3, and he's going to knock down with a swish. Paul George with the first 5 points. Said he's averaging 24 points per game. Here at home, he's averaging 25.1 and 6.5 rebounds. So PG-13 really enjoying playing at the Intuit Dome. As here's Jaylen Brown wide open for 3, and he's going to answer right back with a tray of his own. The All-Star from a year ago, Jaylen Brown, his 3rd nomination. One of the core players of this Celtics lineup, which is very interesting for the Celtics because they have the pieces. They have Brown, they have Tatum, as Love gets fouled inside, and they have Porzingis to help. So they have pieces on this team. It's just they've been unable to put it together, and they've been very active just picking up new players and stuff to try to make it work, and it just hasn't seemed like it's done that. Kevin Love will knock down both of his free throws, which gives the Clippers the lead back 7-5 your score. Tatum now being guarded by George. He'll see PG-13 a lot today, and I like this matchup. This is the key matchup today, and Tatum gets him to get inside, pump fakes, and slides right. As Tatum on the road this year, averaging 24.8 points per game, the leading scorer for this Celtics squad. He missed a lot of time last year with a season-ending injury. He's back and better than ever this year. Harden now with it, tries to bounce past it inside, rattles around. Somehow Love ends up with it, but he misses the fall-away shot. Collected here by Boston. As Tatum now this time will be guarded by Boston Jr. Gets a screen from Porzingis. He fades, pops for 3. No, cannot hit. Rebounded by Boston Jr. Over to George, who cuts inside and gets a clear path to the basket and throws it down with 2 hands. The AT&T 5G slam cam is shown there as Paul George able to finish at the rack. He's got 7 of the first 9 points on the night for the Clippers. Both these two teams were teams that a lot of people had at the top of the championship hunt this year, and it's just not worked out. The Clippers are the worst team in the West, while the Celtics are one of the worst teams in the East. Here's a 3-ball from Brown that's able to go up and in. Jaylen Brown off of the messy possession capitalizes with a 3-ball. And the Celtics, they'll retake the lead, 10-9 your score. We'll see if the Clippers can answer right back. Harden now with it. Over to Zubac at the top of the key. Gives it up for Love, who has a path inside, and he's going to get fouled. Love will go to the line for the 2nd time tonight. This is Jason Tatum, who picks up his first foul. And the former Miami Heat forward picked up in the offseason on a one-year contract. Talked about how he's been reunited with Tyronn Lue, makes both of his free throws. Gives us another veteran presence on this squad who has plenty of finals experience. 6 years Kevin Love has been in the NBA Finals. 4 with the Cavs, 2 with the Heat. As here's a tray ball that goes down again. Jaylen Brown starting to heat up as he knocks down another triple. The second on the night gives the Celtics a 2-point lead. On the other end, only 4 minutes have gone by in this game, but it's been nothing but offense. Harden trying to isolate Cameron Payne. He's going to drive left side, snap back, but Porzingis will actually get called for the reach-in foul. The Celtics have been a little handsy today. As Love now inbound the ball. Over to Boston. Going to be guarded by Brown. It's going to be a little confusing saying over to Boston today, not the Celtics. As BJ drives inside, and he's going to miss at the rim, but Love gets the rebound. Keeps the possession this way. BJ now being guarded by Porzingis. Inside for Zubats. Gets some positioning on Zeller and connects with a nice floater. The tie of the game back up good. As Brown will drive it up the court. BJ over there to meet him. Here comes a screen for Porzingis. Drives right side. Good defense for the Clippers as now we're inside 10 seconds on the shot clock. Porzingis again from 3. He's not going to hit. 0 for 3 from downtown for Porzingis. As now on the other end, Harden tries to drive inside. Finds a cutting BJ at the basket, and he's able to get it up and in. Nice backdoor cut there by BJ Boston Jr. James Harden finds him, and it gives the Clippers a lead right back 15-13. As Cameron Payne brings it up the court. Over to Brown. Here comes the screen from Zeller. Pulls from 3 again. He's already knocked down 2 today, but he can't knock down the third. Rebounded by Kevin Love. James Harden now with it. Spins. Pulls it back. Nice get back defense for the Celtics. Harden gets some space off the screen for 3, and he can't get it to go, but it rattles in and out. Kevin Love gets underneath the basket. He will be fouled. And we'll go to the end of the first quarter where the Clippers have an 8-point lead, 32-21 your score here in Inglewood after a quarter of play. And we'll go towards the second half of the second quarter. Clippers now up by 5. 45-40 is your score. As the Celtics have had a hard time keeping pace with the Clippers. There's a nice basket by the rookie. Zach Edey finds it at the basket. Edey getting some minutes in this game. Jason Tatum's been in some foul trouble tonight. He's already got 3 fouls. So the Celtics are not going to play him the rest of the first half. They're only down by 3. So they're hanging in here with the Clippers. Highland over to Love. It gets poked around and ends up in the hands of Kristaps. Gives it over to Cameron Thomas, who pulls from the mid-range, and he's off the mark. Rebounded by the Clippers. Fast pace here in this one as BJ tries to drive inside. Dishes it to Love at the rim. Gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line where he's in all of his damage tonight as he makes his 6th free throw of the night. 0 for 3 from the field, but 7 for 7 from the charity stripe. 5-point lead now here for LA. So we're inside 4 minutes to go here in the first half. As Cameron Thomas gets a screen for him. Kristaps finds a cutting Payne off ball, and Cameron Payne for 3 will hit nothing but the bottom of the net. The former San Antonio Spur, Cameron Payne, hits from downtown, makes it a 1-possession game. The Clippers at 1 point, led by as much as 12. So the Celtics have done a good job getting back in this one, but that's a wide open lane for the former Utah Jazz guard, Chris Dunn, to answer right back at the rim. Clippers have been out in front of this one because 1, they've played good defense, and 2, their pick-and-roll offense has been really good today. The Celtics have struggled with the switches, and it's led to some easy baskets at the point of attack. As here's Porzingis trying to drive inside. It's been a cold start for him tonight. That's not going to help. He gets the rebound, though. Kicks it out to Thomas. Over to Edey on the right side. Now Payne with it. Back to Thomas. Back to Payne. Quick ball movement here. Cameron's going to drive inside. He's going to get swatted. I think there was a piece of that one by Chris Dunn, and Paul George is able to collect it. He's going to try to drive inside. Finds, he had Love in the paint, but I think that was a errant pass that ends up in the hands of Boston Jr. 8 seconds now left to go on the shot clock. George trying to dribble around, trying to get some space. Screen from Love. Good defense by Brown. Has to pull from the mid-range, and he's not going to go. Great defensive possession there for the Celtics to force the miss. So now here's Cameron Thomas on the other end. He's going to find Edey inside, and the big man gets to the basket again. How about the rookie with a couple of points at the rim? Celtics again only trail now by 10, or by 2, excuse me. 49-47. As Dunn finds George off screen. Dishes it inside for Love, being guarded by Porzingis. He's going to back him down. Kevin Love gets some positioning, tries to go with the right, but he can't connect. Love has yet to hit a shot from the field tonight. Now the Celtics with a chance to tie it up and bring this comeback to square one. Brown for 3, trying to take the lead here, and he hits nothing but the bottom of the net. Jaylen Brown with 14 points in the first quarter, and he's continued that shot here in the second. Very good from beyond the arc today, as the Celtics now have a 50-49 lead. George on the other end, though, is going to try to change that. Oh my gosh, he got a head of steam. I thought he was going to put Payne on a poster. Instead, he doesn't. We'll go to the end of the half where the Clippers do lead 56-53, but don't go anywhere. More basketball right after this. Well, Celtics fell behind early in the first, but good tenacity there in the second to bring it back on the backup. Jaylen Brown's 23-point first half. Well, he's been led by James Harden in 15. But obviously the other story is Jason Tatum in foul trouble. Did not play a lot in the first half. He will see some more minutes here in the second. Boston's kept it close without their best player. As you can see him on the court now guarding Paul George. As the Clippers will start this half with the basketball. George gets a screen, gets inside. Nice job going underneath Cody Zeller there. As George has had himself another good night as well. Him and James Harden both had 15 in the first half. Is now PG-13. Leads all Clippers with 17. Tatum now with it. Seen less than 10 minutes in this ball game. He's picked up 3 fouls, so something to watch. Do the Clippers continue to potentially attack him? As Tatum's going to hit a 3, and he's going to try not to waste any time making up for lost time as he gets on the board here in the second half. 2-point lead now here for the Clippers. Harden gets the screen left side for Zubats. Drives inside on Zeller, hangs in the air, and finishes at the basket. Good job there by James Harden. 67% here tonight from the field. The all-star guard acquired last year from Philly. Keeps us with a 4-point lead, but Tatum's going to try to answer back. A little long on 3 ball. As quickly now out pass to George. As Tatum on him, who gets him in the air, doesn't pull. Instead, Love fires from 3, and he's going to miss. A wide open shot for K. Love, but he can't get it to drop. Still looking for that first field goal on the night. It's now Tatum with a mid-range 2 is going to hit nothing but the bottom of the net. And Jason Tatum trying to heat up here in the third quarter. Still only 2 points separate these two teams. It's been neck and neck all night since the second quarter started. As Harden's going to get inside, but he's going to get fouled. Cameron Payne called for it. Former San Antonio Spurs averaging 10 points per game as the Celtics still trying to find that point guard. They've gone through a revolving door at the position in recent years. They brought back Kemba Walker last year, traded him, drafted Tyrese Proctor, number 14 overall, picked up Cameron Payne. I mean, they're trying to find a true point guard for this team. That could be the missing piece that the Celtics are currently missing, as Cameron Payne is trying to fill that shoes. But here's Porzingis, long 2, hits it. And the Celtics have come out firing here in the second half. Nice feed by the aforementioned Cameron Payne. Those 2 minutes have gone by here in the second half. Clippers hold a 2-point lead. Harden trying to isolate Payne. Draws Zeller in on defense, but James Harden doesn't care. He's going to split the defenders and get to the rack. That's now 21 points for the former NBA MVP. The Celtics trying to do what they've done all night, and that's answer back. Tatum gets by George, pulls from the free throw line, and again hits nothing but the bottom of the net. Jason Tatum is really catching fire. Not only is he making all of his shots, but he's hitting them all in swishes. And the forward from Duke University is trying to put his stamp here on this game, but Harden, he's not going to try to let that happen. Good penetration, finds Love for 3, but he can't hit again. You got to hit that one. Harden got great penetration inside, but Kevin Love can't hit. You can see 0 for 6 from the field tonight, as on the other end, the Celtics are going to slam it down. It's all tied up at 64 apiece, so a potential 5-point swing there in the past minute. Paul George now with it, being guarded by Tatum. Gets a screen from BJ. He's going to drive inside. He's going to draw the foul. Jaylen Brown, he's actually dealing with a little bit of an injury in this one. I don't know if you saw, but he's currently nursing a shoulder injury, it looks like. going to tough it out, though. He's going to stay in the game, try to get the Celtics the dub here tonight as George makes both of his free throws. You can see the discrepancy from the free throw line. 16 to 8 attempts. It's kind of what's been the difference maker between these two squads. Here's Brown for three. Can't get it to go. A wide open shot. Brown hasn't missed those a lot tonight, so maybe it is that shoulder that's bothering him. Clippers, though, just looking to capitalize as here's Zubats at the top of the key. He's being guarded by Brown, and Zubats is going to try to bang his way inside. Collapses the defense, fires to Paul George for three, and he connects. 69 to 64 now your score. This is now a 5-point lead here for the Clippers. The Celtics will call timeouts, and we're actually just going to go to the end of the third quarter, where it is a 92 to 83 lead here for the Clippers. They've done a good job rattling the storm from the Celtics, and they push their lead back out to 9. Make it still 9 points, as we'll stay here with the fourth quarter to begin. 94 to 85 your score. As here's Bones Highland currently with it, being guarded by Malachi Branham. As you can see, the Boston Celtics are in team takeover mode, so this is dangerous here for the Clippers. Got to survive here to begin the fourth quarter, and you potentially win the game. 3 seconds here to go on the shot clock. Morris finds some mismatch, but he kicks out to Covington for three, and he can't connect. And Malachi Branham outboxes out Marcus Morris Sr. So now the Celtics trying to hang on to this one. As here's Tyrese Proctor driving. Cam Thomas now with it. Edey gets the screen, lobs it up for him, and he gets behind the defense. Zach Edey, the rookie, with another finish at the basket, putting in some quality minutes here off of the bench for the Boston Celtics. Now a 7-point lead. It's Chris Dunn now over to Morris. Going to try to back up the big man. I wouldn't go for that as he gives it up to Highland. Good defense here by Branham. Doesn't fall for the screen. They got a fire from three now, and it's Covington who's not going to hit. Rebounded here for the Celtics. A chance to continue to stay in this one. Branham over to Proctor. He's going to give it up to Tatum. He's going to fire from three. Harden tried to close out, but it's enough. Jason Tatum off the mark, rebounded by Bones. Highland's now going to push the pace. Less than 10 minutes to go in this one. Now try to isolate Malachi Branham, who was acquired last week in a trade from the Brooklyn Nets that sent Duncan Robinson over to Brooklyn and also acquired Cameron Thomas. But Highland will go to the line for free throws. He will miss the first. So some substitutions will now come in for both squads as Highland is able to hit the second. So makes it an 8-point lead. The Celtics, can they hang in there? Cameron Payne brings it up. Over to Malachi Branham. Now over to Brown. Still dealing with that injury. He's going to give it up. Can't drive inside. Over to Thomas now. Morris is currently guarding him. He's going to dish it inside, but it's a bad pass, and it's going to end up in the hands of Zubats. And it's going to go on the other end for Morris, who goes to the basket. Doesn't make it look pretty, but he's able to score. And it's now a double-digit lead here again for the Clippers for the first time since the first quarter. They hold a double-digit lead, and with only 9 minutes left to go, Boston's got to start to make something happen here. Payne's trying to get Brown open. Being guarded by Highland. He gets by him. Pulls from the mid-range. A little too strong. Rebounded here by the Clippers. Outlet pass to Dunn. Swings over to Highland. He thought about the three ball. Instead, he's just going to reset. But James Harden tries to get inside, and he can't finish. Tried to get it over the long arms of Edey. It's a little too strong off the glass. Celtics trying to set up their next possession here. It's Payne. He's going to get a screen left side. Underneath it goes Dunn. Sticks with them, but he gives him some space at the three-point line, but he can't connect. And Bones Highland, how about that? Boxes out Edey and gets the rebound. And on the other end, he's just going to take it right to the rack. Bones Highland with a great possession there. Extends the lead up to 12. Our biggest lead since the first quarter, where we led by 12 in that one as well. This could be the final chances here for the Celtics. Great defense by Chris Dunn. Payne can't get it to go. Highland's going to get the rebound. He's going to push the pace. He's going to drive inside. Over to Morris now, the biggest man in the paint, and he's able to put it in. 14-point lead here for the Clippers, their largest tonight. Less than 8 minutes to go. And you can just feel like the Celtics are just running out of gas. Tatum's currently not on the court. Brown's nursing an injury. Cameron Thomas tries to put it up. He can't get it over Morris. Another bad position here for the Celtics. On the outlet pass, Highland Finds Harden in the paint. No, a little too strong. That could have been a dagger. But instead, Brandon with the rebound. He's going to bring it up. Gets by Highland, but gives it up for Thomas. He's going to pull from 3. No, too strong, and the Clippers enter team takeover mode. That's not what you want to see if you're the Celtics. As Harden drives inside, and this time kisses it off the glass. 16-point lead here for the Clippers. 27 on the night for the Beard. The Celtics just trying to make something happen. Trying to write the narrative that they're still in this one, but I don't know. That's another miss from close range by Cameron Payne. They're going too much ISO ball. Not a lot of movement. As Highland's going to step back, pull from 3, and he's going to hit the bottom of the net. Now 19-point lead here for the Clippers, and this one is looking all but over, barring a miracle. Edey has it at the top of the court. Less than a quarter to go, half a quarter to go, as he gets a nice screen and gets to the basket, so that'll help. But still a 17-point deficit here for the Boston Celtics. As Harden will bring it up the court, and I think the Clippers might start to slow it down a little bit. Just bleed some of this clock. As here's Highland. He takes a long three-pointer. It's a little strong off of the back iron. Got a little overzealous there. I would not advise against that shot. It's now Cameron Payne. Swings it over to Brown. 17-point lead. 6 minutes to go. Bram's going to get called for, well, actually, Harden's going to get called for a blocking foul, but it doesn't matter. We're going to go to the end of this one. The Clippers win by 11, 117-106 here. A good win here for Los Angeles, beating a team that they should beat and trying to turn their season around while the Celtics season continues to falter. 6-16 on the year. The Clippers, they improved to 8-13 off the back of 44 points for Paul George, 30 for Harden, so our two stars at combining for 74 points. Highland also in the double figures, but other than that, pretty solid team effort all around. A lot of people contributed here tonight. Well, the Celtics, 26 from Brown, only 14 for Tatum. He only played in 17 minutes. Got into foul trouble early and just threw off the Celtics' rhythm. Porzingis had a double-double, but just things continue to not go right here for the Celtics. We get a trade in the NBA. The Rockets and the Heat do another move together as Kevin Porter Jr. gets traded to Miami for Tim Hardaway Jr. Last week, the Rockets traded them Amen Thompson. I feel like the Miami Heat are low-key fleecing the Houston Rockets, trading these older players for these younger stars. Maybe the Rockets are looking for a playoff push. Next episode, we fall at the Lakers 109-76, so a 33-point blowout loss for the Clippers in the next outing. We do bounce back, though, at home and beat the Trailblazers 118-101, so a good victory there over a young Portland squad still trying to find what they want to do in the future. And then we beat the Nuggets 135-115, so a couple of good wins here at home for the Clippers. As we see the players of the week, Pascal Siakam in the East with his new home in the Wizards, and Josh Giddey gets it for the NBA best Oklahoma City Thunder. We don't start the next week off strong, though, as we drop a 20-point loss at home to the Heat, led by, of course, Damian Lillard. Another trade around the NBA, the Hornets are going to trade Nick Richards in a second to the Timberwolves for Nikola Topic, the 18th overall pick in this past draft out of Serbia, while the Timberwolves get Nick Richards, a guy who just hasn't panned out for the Charlotte Hornets. Another trade around the NBA, the Thunder trade Usman Garuba to the Heat for A.J. Johnson and a second. So despite being the best team in the league, the Thunder are trying to improve. Garuba's not gotten a lot of minutes for OKC, so instead they're going to get the number 27 overall pick from this past draft. I like that trade for both squads. We then drop another one at home to the 76ers by 19, so we're either blowing teams out or we're getting blown out, so not a good trend. Another trade around the NBA, the Nuggets and the Suns. I will not go too much into that one, but you can see it on your screen. But this is the big one I want to go into today. The Hawks have started the breakdown. They trade DeJounte Murray to the Chicago Bulls, and they only get Nikola Vucevic in a second-round pick. I feel like the Hawks could have got way more in this trade, but I guess they're still trying to make a push. They're the best team in the East. Just a very interesting trade there. I'd be very interested to see if Trae Young is next for the Atlanta Hawks. Next episode, we'll play the Golden State Warriors, which I don't think we've played in this series, which is a little bit, not good. I like to face the Golden State Warriors since they are a division rival. So we'll see him next episode, but we won't see Steph Curry, which is good news for us, but, for the entertainment value, it kind of stinks. But hopefully we can win against the Golden State Warriors the next episode. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more basketball content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.